everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. Okay, we can all breathe now. We're your hosts. This is Brooke and
Beck.
that's Beck. Ignore our room. Ignore our bedroom. Ignore the curtain. Ignore the Christmas decorations. And whatever that is. Oh, that's our other lights. Okay. Anyway, I was like, what is that behind me? Because that's not the window. Yeah, we're doing different things here. We're doing different things, different setups. So, um, it'll be definitely interesting to see once you drive down here again and like we record here. I want to like actually move the camera and like put stuff on the wall and stuff. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. Okay. So, Becky, what have you been up to?
Just getting ready for my ex-husband to visit the girls on Wednesday and Emma's friend to visit us next weekend.
Yeah, yep.
Stuff at church, cleaning, and still playing car.
What is it? Magical
Well,
cars? Musical cars.
musical cars, yeah.
Magical. If only it was magical.
Anyway, how was your week?
Fine. Fine. Hot. It's been hot.
Whatever happened with the doctors? Did you get to go early or did you have to go to the drift event late?
I had to go late because they never. I don't even know. Like, I had told the lady, I was like, well, can you put me on a cancellation list? And she was like, yeah. But she didn't sound like she was going to put me on the cancellation list. I don't know how. Maybe it's super easy and she could and she did, but like it just. I think it's the same lady that I don't like every time I call. It's the same woman, and she just sounds like she just does not care in the least
Hey,
bit.
like why does she even have to work?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, like she just doesn't. It's like an inconvenience that you call the office and have to talk to her. And
Yeah.
I'm like, lady, that's your job, and I'm not doing anything to you. But whatever. So, I mean, it was fine. The ultrasound was fine. They couldn't see everything they wanted to see, so I actually have another ultrasound in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Um, but everything's fine and dandy with that. My hair looks funny.
That's okay. Your hair looks fine.
We actually have the same hairstyle right now. Do you see that?
That's funny.
I was like, you know
We
what? I
didn't even
haven't.
plan.
Huh?
We didn't even plan
I
that.
know. Um, I don't know when you're gonna like start the episode back, like after you edit everything. So just pretend we're back. But yeah, I like woke up and I was like, you know what? I haven't braided my hair in a long time, and it's because it's not as long as it was. So I like pulled it to the side and like tried to braid it, and it's okay. I have a hair appointment tomorrow to get my hair back to a lighter brown.
Okay.
So, and I just wish it was long again. I don't know why I do that. And I hate my bangs. I hated it 2 days after I got them. I don't know why. Austin was like, you do this a lot sometimes. He like, should I get bangs? And I tell him, I'm like, well, if you don't think I should get bangs, you should tell me. And he's like, well, I don't care if you get bangs. I'm like, okay, but if you know I'm
Maybe,
gonna act like this.
maybe he should just remind you, hey, you don't really like bangs.
Yeah. So, whatever. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It'll grow back. It's just hair. It's just silly. Um, yeah, and at the drift event, it was just swelteringly hot, but it was fine. It was an actual competition. It which Austin did okay. He didn't end up like being in the top 3 or anything though. So we ended up,
Oh, that's
yeah, but it's okay. He won. He ended up having 3 battles he had to do, and 4 battles. He won 2 and then lost 2, but not in that order. He won 1, lost 1, won 1, and then he lost, and then he was out. So, after that, we just started packing up, and we like went and ate dinner, and then went to the Airbnb and came back the next morning and got his stuff, and we left. So, but at that, I like Alabama, but I swear every time we go to Alabama, it's normally just at that racetrack, and it is always so hot. And Austin was like, "Well, we only ever come in the middle of August." I'm like, "Well, you're right." So that's probably why it's just so hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, pavement with hot cars going around all the time. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just hot. But I mean, it was fine. I wish he was able to get further in the competition than he did, but we kind of knew he wasn't going to be able to. Not because of his skill. His skill level, I think, and I know I'm biased, but I think is far superior than most of them. But it's his car. His car isn't like as souped up and as powerful as everybody else's car. So it was kind of the downfall in a way. So he's like, well, it was a good experience anyway, but next time, if he wants to actually try to do this specific competition again, he's going to have to like soup up his car, and we don't know when or if that'll be, because that's ridiculously expensive. So I don't know. So I was like, well, it was a good experience. You got to drive with like pro-ish level drifters, so, and see what it was like. But he had a good time, even though he didn't technically win. So that's good. That's all that matters. But that was it. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's like all I've done. So, I'm surprised Stetson hasn't run upstairs and has like tried to get into the bedroom. Because the baby gate's not on the bottom of the stairs anymore because his room's
Yeah.
upstairs. So we like want him to be able to have access to his room.
Yeah.
But of course, so is my room where I'm recording right now. But I told him, I was like,
Check on him though.
what?
Makes it easier for you to check on him though.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I'm going to go upstairs and talk to Becky. And he was like, oh, I want to come. And I was like, no, 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 no. You can sit here and you can watch Handyman Hal on YouTube. And then when I'm ready, I'll tell you when you can come up and you can say hi to Becky. So he was like, okay. And then I gave him some fruit. And I ran away. So he's got to like throw food at him and run. So
Like a wild animal.
yeah. Okay. I guess we can talk about books now. And yeah. I don't know about a quote. I have my Kindle here. Which is where basically all my quotes have been. What's that book called? What is that book called? Can you see that? Oh, you can't. You can see some books right here, but not. Come on, Brooks hand, figure it out.
The titles.
Yeah, you can't see the titles. There's a little table right there, and I was like, okay, I'll just have. Oh, I do have 2 things to haul, but that can wait. I want to see if I can get a quote first. Remember the days when I was prepared? Anybody remember those?
That was before Stetson, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Here's a little quote. I don't know if it'll make much sense. We'll see. I liked it when I read it. Okay. In a lot of ways, Walt was just as trapped as she was. The invisible fence of rules and and mores that confined women to a small, carefully defined patch of human achievement impacted men as well, required them to carry the bulk of a family's financial burden, even if it meant doing work they disliked. And there was more to that, but that's the only part I highlighted. So I thought that was interesting. This is from a book. It's from whoop, the Troublesome, the book club for troublesome women by Marie, I think Bostwick. That's how you say that. So, that's our book club book for the book club I'm in. The book club that every once a month y'all hear about, and and I decided to start it very early because it's not for like 2 more weeks. Because
Yeah.
I really pushed it last time. Um, but that one was okay. I liked this book a lot more than I liked the last book, so it kind of like I pushed it with the last book, but genuinely I did not like that one as much as I've enjoyed this one.
That's good.
And how do I word this politely? This book is it's very feminist heavy, and there's a lot of stories that I've read that are that feminist heavy. I don't know. That I don't typically enjoy, but I've really enjoyed this one.
Hmm.
And then that quote, I thought it was interesting that it threw in, even though it's more about the women in the story, this one woman was thinking about her husband in in a way that showed that some good men also have struggles as well. And I just thought it was nice to for her to seem like she cared about that as well. So it was just nice. Um, yeah. So that's what that quote was from. Thanks for coming to my podcast. Um, see you later. Is that a strawberry shortcake shirt?
It is.
I thought maybe because you have a Care Bear shirt as well, don't you?
I think so.
And I thought
Yeah.
maybe it was
I
the
do.
Care Bear one at first. I was wearing a different shirt, but I was like, I'm gonna put on our happily booked one because I like the strawberry shortcake one because
Because
the other shirt I was wearing had a location that I didn't want people to be able to look up very quickly and easily just in case. I mean, who am I? But you never know.
true. It
So
just takes a weirdo to watch a video.
it's yeah. There's a lot of weirdos. So yeah. So I was like, you know what? I want to wear the happily booked shirt anyway, which you can't even like see because of how I had to move the camera, but it's here. I'm wearing it.
I can see it.
Yeah. You know what it says.
Do. I see
um.
it.
Yay. This is my favorite of the two. I have the orange one as well, but I like this one the more. The more. The most.
Most.
Um, the morst. Okay, that was a quote. Good job, me. Check that off. Have you finished anything since last week?
I have.
Ooh.
I think last week I mentioned I finished Proverbs, so I guess I can't count it for this week as well. But I did finish The Tides of Time,
Mmm.
Sarah M. Eden, and it was very good. I texted you one day, like the day before I finished it. I knew I was going to finish it the next day because I only had an hour left.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't like where this book is going.
Yeah.
But it actually ended very well, and it leaves room for a sequel.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know if there's a second one, but if there is, I'm going to read it. And if there's not, she should write it. So,
I'm. I feel like that's well, because her other series is a. I mean, it's a series, so I feel like she probably has it.
yeah.
Tides of Time. Oh, not that one. That's by an M.J. Manley, and I don't think
Yeah, I found
that's.
a couple of.
I don't think that's it. Um. It had all sorts of. It met all the criteria of the books you like.
Well, the romance was sweet. It wasn't weird or gross or awkward,
Yeah.
which neither one of us like those graphic ones.
Yeah.
Um, it um, had a good ending, which I don't like books that try to be like trendy or something and have bad endings just
Yeah.
for the heck of it. Like I think a book should have a good ending, um, especially this
Sue
kind.
me.
And there was what's it called? There was intrigue, there was mystery, and there was adventure. So
Love that.
and suspense. So I mean, it had a lot of things in it that I really like. The time travel element I was unsure of,
Yeah.
but I liked how it was written, um, and I kind of was suspicious of something being true, and not suspicious in like it's a like a bad way, but I just had a feeling that there was a character that was a little more integral, and is that the right
Yeah. I
word,
think so. That sounds right.
to the storyline than was originally alluded to.
Hmm.
And I was right. He was definitely more involved in the story than it was initially seeming like he was. It
Okay.
was. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad. Um, there is a sequel. It's called Echoes of the Sea.
Oh, I'm definitely reading that.
Oh. I just got my mom set up on our old Audible account again, and she's got rid of Everand.
Oh, was tired of Everand, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what games they decided to start playing, but they really started to play with me, and I haven't used them in a long time. So, which it was my mom's account, of course. So, it doesn't matter that I didn't use them for a long time because she was still paying for hers, and she was still
Yeah.
trying to use them, but it got to the point where she was having the same experience that I was having, like
Mm.
she couldn't actually listen to anything,
Yeah, it's very annoying.
and then of course with the book club they are so nice and they give us the book, which I have been enjoying physically reading this book as well as I have it on my Kindle. So at
Yeah.
nighttime I've been like reading on my Kindle or traveling or whatever. But I did sit in the living room several times with the physical book, and I was like, this is actually nice. Like I'm enjoying this. So it's great. But my mom does prefer to listen to the audiobook.
Yeah.
And of course, depending on how popular the book is through Libby, the library app, we might not be able to actually listen to it, in our
Right.
lifetime. So it's coming up on the book club, kind of. I mean, it is like 2 weeks, I think. But she was
Well,
starting to
she
get
always.
worried.
I
What was it?
was gonna say she always has them read right away.
I
So.
know. So like, she's getting like antsy. So she couldn't have it on Everand. Okay, fine. She has been starting to use like Apple like audiobooks or whatever it is. But it was on sale at one point when she was looking at it, but she didn't buy it. So then she went back to look at it so she would buy it, and it had gone back to full price. And I was like, audiobooks are expensive. Like you should have got it while it was on sale. But so she's just been having an annoying time with like Everand specifically. And I was like, well, you could go back to Audible. I mean, Audible's pretty good for the most part. I liked Everand when it was really beneficial, but like I was not having a good experience for a long time now. And with not Everand, with what is happening, computer? Calm down. With Audible, you get, if you pay for the certain membership, you get the credit every month. So like you would for sure be able to listen to the book club book every month
Yeah.
at least. And then there's so many Audible originals. With one of my favorite like horror fantasy series is on Audible, so I'm kind of glad she got the account again. So if I ever feel like I want to listen to it, I can go back and listen to it. Which was Impact Winter, in case anybody needs to be
Maybe
reminded.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, so good. Um, so yeah, she's back on Audible, and she canceled Everend, so that's sad. I hope everybody else is still having a good experience with Everend. I hope you are. I feel like you are.
Yeah, I mean, they've got. I don't look for specific books to read necessarily, or
Yeah,
I have looked for specific books and cannot find them. Either they're not on Everend or you do have to pay more.
yeah,
But I don't let that discourage me from listening to a book I wasn't looking for. So I'll just look for random stuff on there.
yeah.
Can't find what I want, which is how I found the Tides of Time, because I was looking
Right.
for seeking Persephone, and they don't have it on there, or they didn't when I was looking, and but they did have the Tides of Time, so that's how I found that.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then I use my Audible um, credit for if there's a book I'm really wanting to read, then I wait till I have a credit and I listen to it on there.
yeah. Yep, the holy credits. Yeah, I've really been utilizing Libby a lot. Um,
I don't think my library card is up to date, so I have not been using Libby.
yeah, it's slightly changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. The ebooks, like I didn't realize, you know, before I really got into Libby that you could do, like it would send it to your Kindle, and that has just been an absolute game changer. So I've really been enjoying that. But yeah, sometimes if the book's too popular, you have to like really put the hold in well in advance. Like this one though, I was only like third in line for the audiobook. I did a hold for the audiobook and the ebook. The ebook came first. So I've had it on my Kindle on airplane mode. Don't tell anybody. So I can finish it just in case. Which is not a huge deal because I do have the book. So like whatever. But yeah. I sent back my audiobook though because I was like, "Oh, maybe it'll help my mom cuz we have the same like library for it's the same like digital library."
Yeah.
So, it's like maybe it'll help her get the audiobook and it did not. So,
How far away is she from being able to get it?
she wasn't that far. I think she was like 6th or 7th, which
Oh,
sounds
okay.
kind of far, but I was like at one point like 86th for another book. And but it it can either take forever or it would really not, not take that long. It would go by a lot faster than you think, but it depends on the people who are trying to listen to the book and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I like Libby a lot. I've been very pleased with them, but of course not everything is available at my library, so,
Yeah.
there's also that. Oh man. Anyway, didn't mean to go off on a rant. Okay, I finished I finished one thing, I think. Let me just double check that it is one thing. I'm pretty sure it is. Did I talk about finishing the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I don't remember
I
if
don't
you
remember either.
did.
When did I finish that? I finished that on August 3rd. What day was August 3rd? Let's look. Oh, I finished it like after we recorded, so naturally.
I was like, I think that was Monday, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
just
I really liked it. It was very entertaining, very funny. I mean, just quick paced. I mean, such a wild and goofy ride, but like so like well written at the same time. Like it's not like goofy and poorly written. It's just so enjoyable and fun. Um, I feel like it ended kind of abruptly, but it, it wasn't too bad. It obviously there's like what 5 books in the series. I think I told you something like that. So I mean, I think it's gonna pick right up in the next book where they left off, and it was just so absurd, but so fun. And it's kind of a crazy idea. Like this guy, just a normal guy, Arthur, is randomly told by, I think he's portrayed as his cousin, but he's actually from another, like, galaxy or something. Is told that, okay, look, the world's gonna end, so we gotta go. And he's like, what? And, like, it's almost like an afterthought that the Earth is destroyed. Like, everybody on the Earth is gone. The Earth is gone. And Arthur's just, like, in a spaceship with his alien cousin guy. And it's almost like you can't face the fact that Earth is gone. Otherwise, Arthur would, like, slip into some kind of depression, I'm sure. Because that would be insane. Can you imagine? That would be awful. There's no way I'd want to be in space and then Earth be destroyed. Ugh. But it's a lot less serious than those facts, so it's such a wild and fun ride. I really enjoyed it. And if you wanted, I know I've said this every single time, so it's like I'm a broken record. But if you wanted to read a sci-fi, strictly sci-fi, but funny, then you would definitely enjoy it. I think there was really not a lot of bad language at all. I think there was maybe a few that would, but like minor, on our scale, minor cursing and not a lot. So it was really good. And at some point, I'm going to watch the movie. I think we might watch the movie together. That would be fun. And I want to read the next one soon. I don't know when. But the next one is called I think it's The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. Let me make sure. Yeah, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. And I have, like, all of them on my Kindle.
Yeah.
So, and I was right. The percentage it was saying I was finishing is for the entirety of the collection, not the one book I was reading. Because I was like, this is not adding up. And I finished Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it was like I could just flip the page and go right into the next one. And I was like, hold on now. Hold on. I could easily do that. You could definitely, that's a good way to get through a series, but I've got other things I gotta read, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did finish that. It was really good. I think I gave it 4 stars, even though it was very good. There were, I think it's mainly the ending, feeling so abrupt. I just didn't like that, but that's kind of silly since it is like a 5-book series, obviously. It's gonna pick back up. Then I finished We Won't All Survive by Kate Alice Marshall.
Yeah.
And I finished that last night. And if I could find the book, I will hold it up to the camera. Where did you go? Oh, this is unread. It's not going to come up. Let's try that again.
I'm proud of you for finishing it before the podcast instead of after.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Becky. Yeah, that was something I was really trying to do last night because I was literally like 80-something% of the way through, and it's a fast-paced, short-chaptered book. I was like, I think I could lay down in bed and read this and finish this book. And I was getting so close to the end and so close to the end, and I was doing that. I lay there and I hold my Kindle. I need to get a different setup, like Katie and Faith have. They have a thing that holds their Kindle, and then they click a button. And
That's
like,
nice.
I know. But I was like laying there, and I was like falling asleep. And I was like, no, wake up, wake up. You literally have like 4% left of the book. Just read the book. You're going to finish it. Here's the book so I can just do the thing. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on, let's see if it'll. There we go. Cheese. Okay.
Your face was red.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that kind of funny? Well, it's funny because, like, the cover is actually red, but you can't see it very well.
That's why your face was red.
Yeah. Oh, not that way. Oh, there, you can maybe see it a little bit better. I tried to change I don't know. Um, so yeah, I was struggling a little bit, but I was like, look, just finish the book. Like, I don't want to go into the podcast with 4% left of this book. Like, that's so silly. And it was really good. I really liked it. I've read something else by Kate Alice Marshall, and I believe it was called What Lies in the Woods. Um, but what was funny was, yeah, What Lies in the Woods. I really liked that one too. At the end of the book, it like brought up, because it's on the Kindle, it'll bring up like other books by this author, and it didn't come up, and I was like, maybe I'm thinking of a different author. But no, she definitely wrote that as well. She wrote What Lies in the Woods, and she's written a bunch of other stuff too. So I was pretty sure I was going to enjoy this one as well. And I did. It is a YA thriller. So, for whatever reason, YA I'm not too big on. YA thriller, oh, it's got me. It was really good. These candidates show up for this game show of survival, and nobody's around. It's like in this completely deserted town in the middle of a desert, like hours and hours away from the nearest town, nearest civilization. And they show up and nobody's around, like tell them what to do. The guy who's hosting the show isn't there. And they're like, okay, this is a little weird. Somebody should be here. And then all of a sudden an alarm starts to go off. And then some kind of speaker starts to say like, hey, you need to get into the gate, get within the perimeter, or you're automatically out of the game. And so they're like running, and they get into the perimeter of the town, and the gates shut and they lock, and then their game has basically begun. But it takes a more serious turn when they start to realize that nobody's actually there to make sure they stay safe and make sure they actually survive, like actually have water to live, aside from competing and winning challenges to get things like water and food or whatever. And then one of the contestants, she ends up dead, and they find her, and it just goes from there, and it takes a turn, and it goes from there. And it was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. For the most part, I kept thinking, I know I don't trust this one person, and I am just, when is it going to tell me I'm right? Like, when is it going to tell me? Because there was no way I was trusting this character. Like, until the end of the book, it would have had to tell me, but at the very end, that I could trust this person if I could trust them. And I'm not telling you who it is, but yeah, I was right. You can't trust this person. But they waited until like 90-ish% of the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, come on, tell me. And then there's more than one antagonist of the story, so figuring that out is exciting as well. But also, there was like a whole twist that I was like, okay, I really think this certain twist is going to happen with the person I didn't trust originally. And that specific twist did not happen, but I was right that you couldn't trust him. And I was okay. I feel better knowing that I kind of am right. And at the same time, I feel good that I kind of didn't see the twist coming. You know, it's conflicting. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So it was funny. I was feeling kind of burnt out on thrillers, and I was telling Katie that, and she was telling me some books. I guess they were thrillers that she was reading that I'd probably like. And I was just telling her, you know, I've read so many thrillers, it feels like, and they've got the same font, the same colors on the covers, the same whatever. Like, you can pretty much figure out what's happening most of the time. And, but then I told her I was still technically reading this YA thriller, though, so we'll see what happens. And this one was called We Won't All Survive. And she was like, oh, I'm reading a book with survive in the title, too. And I was like, see what I mean? they're, all, they're all the same. They're not, but sometimes it's hard to differentiate
Yeah.
them. Especially if, like, you just consistently read them and it's just, oh, I gotta read something else. Gotta read something else. But that was really good. So she said that, well, I said that this was really good and she'd probably like it. And she was like, you know what? My Survive one is really good too. You might like that one. I was like, oh my gosh, we can switch thrillers and compare. So we'll see. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it a lot. And I finished it. The problem with finishing a book right before you go to bed is like I woke up and I was like, wait, what exactly happened at the end? And I had to really sit here and think. And then I like re-remembered everything. So I didn't want to have to go back and like skim the pages.
Yeah.
That would have just taken extra time. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it. Definitely recommend it. Probably to most people. There was probably some cussing, but it wasn't like that bad. And there was maybe, well, really, I mean, there was like a wound here and there, but like it wasn't really all that graphic either. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
YA doesn't usually have a lot of
Yeah.
bad stuff.
Right. So, if you want a YA thriller, that's pretty good. It's a good one. You should also read What Lies in the Woods. I don't think that one's technically a YA one by her, but it is also very good. So, I think I like Kate Alice Marshall. So we'll see. Oh,
You'd like to know that.
yeah, she probably would. Like, oh, somebody else likes my books. That's great. Okay, that's all I have finished. What are you currently reading? I'm gonna munch on an apple, so I'm so sorry if anybody can hear me.
3 bags full. And the Knickerbocker history. I might finish that one this week. So,
Mm-hmm.
since I haven't started reading anything else, so I'll probably just listen to that in the mornings.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about starting Ecclesiastes, but Emma wanted to do this thing in the car where we just listen to like one chapter of the Bible and then talk about it. And I was thinking maybe we could do that with Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. Like a little car
So
Bible study.
yeah, so we had the girls had um, a youth forum this weekend, and the guy who came to talk when he also stayed and preached for us yesterday, Sunday morning and Sunday evening, and he read a verse out of Ecclesiastes, multiple verses actually, I think, out of Ecclesiastes, and I thought, oh, I think I've only read Ecclesiastes one time, like with my maybe twice with my dad, in other Bible studies, but it's been a long time since I've read Ecclesiastes, and I thought, man, this is almost like reading Proverbs, and it's almost like Proverbs, And I thought this is really wise. Like this is stuff we should probably study. So I was wanting to maybe listen to that, but I don't want to get like. We might listen to it on her phone when we're in the car together. So I might be able to listen to it while I get ready for work, and then with her in the car. So
Yeah. That'll
yeah,
be
I'm
interesting.
thinking. I'm thinking that's what I want to start listening to.
Yeah. You'll have to let me know how your little Bible study goes.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah. And have y'all made it further in 3 bags full?
No, it's not that it's not a good book. We
Right.
just haven't listened to it together.
It's the other stuff.
And the problem with relying on someone else to finish a book because it has to be when you're both available to do it.
Right. That's
So
kind of like if you buddy reads with something with somebody.
yeah,
If you You know, like I was buddy reading whatever it was, Harry Potter with Faith, but I never ended up finishing it. She
Yeah.
sailed right past and finished the whole series again, and it is what it is. There have been a few books that me and her both want to read, and I'm like, oh, maybe we should buddy read that. But at the same time, it's like the school year just started back. She's a
Yeah.
teacher, so she's busy, and when she does have the time to read, she doesn't necessarily want to be confined to what a book I want to read. That's not fair. And then at the same time, it's like, okay, what if I don't want to read the book now? What if I'm not in the mood to read it? It's just
Right.
like, sometimes a buddy read can be difficult to
Yeah.
do. And then especially if you have to wait until you're both in person together. That is not happening for me.
Well, we're both in person together quite often,
Yeah.
and I would listen to the book, but I don't always think about it. And the one or two times that I have thought about it, she has wanted to listen to music instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, she is a teenager, and they love music. I mean, I love
They
music,
do.
and I'm not a teenager, so I'm not trying to force the read.
Right.
So
We'll see what happens. I hope y'all can finish it soon and tell me how good it is. Or bad.
I'm really, I really want to get to the end because I want to know if it's the same ending
Right.
or if it's different.
Yeah. Okay. Um and yeah, you could just like plow through the Knickerbockers.
I don't know if it's really long or if I just have lost time listening to it. Like, because I was really enjoying the Tides of Time.
Right.
And then there's just been the switching of the vehicles and like not being able to listen to it on the speakers in my mom's car versus I can do that on my car.
Yeah.
And her car's newer, but I feel like it tried to be extra when they did that year, which mine is 2014 or 2016 and hers is 2018. There's
Oh
not a
my
huge
gosh.
difference, but like how you connect your phone to the Bluetooth in her van is so convoluted.
It's a little bit complicated in mine, and mine's a 2011.
Oh,
It's
and
like it might just be a Chrysler choice.
maybe that's what it is.
Cuz
But mine, the 2016 or whatever it is, it's a Chrysler, and you just plug it in inside the glove compartment. It does not charge your phone, but it does connect to the speakers.
okay. I think I
But
have a slot like that too, but that's not what I use. It's like a whole
yeah,
process to get the actual Bluetooth system to connect to
yeah,
your phone. I'm like, oh my gosh. So
my
we had to
brother's
figure it out. And it was really difficult when we finally
yeah,
got it.
my brother's phone is connected to my mom's Bluetooth because he is the one who always uses it. His Bluetooth is connected to my mom's van, so I don't know if that interferes with us being able to connect my phone as well,
Um,
or if it's just because it's so difficult. Emma could not figure it out.
you should still be able to add another device, but it is still a difficult process. I think, I mean, you can have like multiple devices and choose which one is going to be used, but it is a process. I remember when we got the van, and mine's a 2011, so it's different, but it's still a similar process, I assume.
Hmm.
When we got it, it kept saying something like it had Bluetooth, and we could not figure it out for the longest time, and then until we finally got it. And it also has a CD player, but we could not find that thing for the life of us. It's behind the radio. But
That's
once we
funny.
figured it out, it was like, oh, okay. It does actually have all of these things. Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, my other
Um,
CD player. I missed that.
yeah.
I guess it's okay. We have Spotify. Who needs a CD player?
I have a bunch of CDs, and I just, like, they've just been in, before we moved Stetson to the other room, when it was a guest room, that's where they were. just sitting in there collecting dust. So I took all of my CDs and I put them in the van. Not organized in any way yet, but they're just in the van. And I'm like, I'm going to have my CDs just in case I can't listen to my music. I'll have some CDs because I don't like listening to the radio because they just blah, 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 blah talk all the time. And then, of course, they play only the more popular songs, and then those get played out in my brain, and then I'm over them. So it's like, just in case, this is the only place where really the CDs would be relevant, so let me just keep them in here. Anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
5 or 6 playlists because you can only listen to the same song so many times.
yeah, before they drive you insane.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that was what you're currently reading. What am I currently reading? Hold on. I mean, I know what I'm currently reading, but I was responding to Austin. I think the only thing so on Storygraph, I do have The Restaurant at the End of the Universe is in my current reads, which I did technically read like the first 2 sentences. So, it's not a lie. But I have not been prioritizing that at all. But my main read right now that I have finished We Won't All Survive, because I drove to Alabama and it was 3-ish hours there and then it was 4 hours back. So I was like really getting into my audiobook and I was like, okay, now I can finish it on my Kindle tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, flew forward with that one. So I was like, okay, I'm going to finish that one first and then I'll keep prioritizing the book club of Troublesome Women. There's so many. So that we downloaded Audible. It was sorry. It was my sister and my mom were here. They were watching Stetson, and before they left, those when we set up her Audible account and everything, and my mom was like, "Okay, what's the book called so I can look it up?" And I was like, for the life of me, for some reason, I can't remember. Even though I've been reading it, like, and I've been enjoying it. What is that freaking book called? And Megan was like, isn't it like the Southern Book Club something or another? I'm like, no, you're thinking of the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is a very good book. But it's funny because, like, when we picked this book, I know I mentioned this already, I think, in like 2 episodes ago or something. Almost everything we picked up was like, something with women or the book club for something and it was like, oh my gosh, there's so many. Like, I think there's another book called the Troublesome Women Book Club or something like that, something along those lines. I might be wrong, I might be just completely confused now at this point in time, but I was like, I don't even know, Megan, what's that book right next to you on the table, what is that called? And I was like, oh yeah, that's it. So I'm reading that. I have gotten further in my Kindle than what you can see here. I think I'm like, let's see, what does Storygraph say? Does it say anything? This says, no, that's not accurate. That says 55%, but I think I'm actually further than that. That says 55% too. I think y'all are liars. Hold on. Where is the book?
Oh my goodness.
I don't like when I go on my Kindle because you can have certain filters on, so like only unread books come up or whatever. And I had to, in order to find We Won't All Survive, I had to unclick unread. So all of my books are up. And now it's just like chaos, way too many. Yeah, I am 66% of the way through this book. So, yeah. It's very
That's
good.
good.
I'm enjoying it. I like it. It has shocked me in several ways because I knew I was enjoying the way it's written, but there were just some aspects where I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this exactly. But it has come back to sort of like smack me in the face and be like, yeah, you actually do like this. This is actually very good. with pleasant surprises and things like that. And then there's just these shocks, like of how. And I know it used to be normal, and this is the 60s, so like this was normal back then, but like of how some husbands treat their wives and stuff, and it's just like, this is absurd. This is just absurd. But it is really good.
Treat their wives that way.
What'd you say?
Some husbands still treat their wives that way.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. And it's fun when you read books that have books mentioned in them, because I like to highlight all the books and then maybe I'll look them up and whatever. There was a review. I think it may have been in reference to Hemingway. And I think the review said, this book made me want to read Hemingway. And I thought that was funny. So, I could be wrong. It might not have been Hemingway. But it was something. But I just thought that was fun. That's interesting. So, that is what I'm now currently reading. I'm going to try to finish it at some point. I thought I was going to have it finished this weekend. But, of course, things changed and I got further along in my other book. So, which was really good. I enjoyed it. Then after that, I'm just probably gonna maybe read The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I don't know. And then something else. I don't know. I have a lovely stack. Let's see if I can. Whoop, there's that stack. Right there. And the two I wanted to haul. That's funny. Because I had texted you and I was like, I just bought 2 books on Kindle. And they were both on sale. So I don't know what I told you. It was like less than $6 or something. Total.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something. It was a steal. We'll just say that. Let's read this one first. Oh. Okay, you're right. I'm going to keep my Kindle in airplane mode. So let me Google it. So, one of them is called Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, which is actually an author called Shannon McGuire, but that's just another pen name for them. And I've read something under the name of Mira Grant.
I was going to say the name sounds familiar.
For some reason, I can't think of what it was. Hold on. What did I read? It's by Mira Grant, who's not actually Mira Grant, but you know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Feed, the zombie book. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Which was okay. It was written fine. It's just not the zombie story that I want to read, so that's all. But perfectly fine though in the writing area, like enjoyable enough. But this one's called Into the Drowning Deep, and I'm going to read the synopsis on Amazon. It's like, what's it called? If I can find it. Here it is. The ocean is home to many myths. Some are deadly. 7 years ago, the Atargatis set off on a voyage to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary bringing to life ancient sea creatures of legend. It was lost at sea with all hands. Some have called it a hoax. Others have called it a tragedy. Now a new crew has been assembled, but this time they're not out to entertain. Some seek to validate their life's work. Some seek the greatest hunt of all. Some seek the truth. But for the ambitious young scientist Victoria Stewart, this is a voyage to uncover the fate of the sister she lost. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the waves. But the secrets of the deep come with a price. Bum, bum, bum. So it's a horror book. Basically, I guess about. I think they find footage of the mockumentary. I'm not entirely sure, or we already had like we see the mockumentary and then they're while they're going to investigate and find the ruins and everything. Um, but it's supposed to be scary, and I'm excited. Then I got another horror book, which I was really excited when I saw that this was on sale because it's relatively new and I did not want to pay full price for it anywhere. It's called The October Film Haunt by Michael Wehunt. Wehunt? Wehunt. I don't know. You hunt, we hunt. Um, this is the synopsis. 10 years ago, Jory Stroud was the rising star of the October Film Haunt, a trio of horror enthusiasts who camped out at the filming locations of their favorite scary movies, sharing their love through their popular blog. But after a night in the graveyard from Proof of Demons, perhaps the most chilling cult film ever made, directed by the enigmatic Helene Enriquez, everything unraveled. Now Jory has built an isolated life with her young son in Vermont. In the devastating wake of her viral stretching Proof of Demons blog entry, hysteria, internet backlash, and the death of a young woman, Jory has put it all, along with her intense love for the horror genre, behind her. Until a videotape arrives in the mail, Jory fears someone might be filming her, and the Rickies, Enriquez obsessives who would do anything for the reclusive director, begin to cross lines in disturbing ways. It seems that Enriquez is making a new kind of sequel, and Jory is her final girl. As the dangers grow even more unexpected and strange, Jory must search for answers before the proof of the movie's title finds her and takes everything she loves. So, spooky. Spooky. Yeah. Those are what I wanted to haul. That's all I've got. And we'll see what I start reading this week. And talk about it next week.
Sounds good. I guess I'll surprise everyone next week too, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll read something physically.
Yeah, ooh. Switch it up.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. All right, kindred spirits. Thank you for watching. It's wonderful to know that there are 49 of you in the world.
We love all 49 of you.
um, hopefully you are also reading some good books. And, feel free to comment under the video and let us know what you're reading. And maybe we'll read it too if we haven't already. And maybe we can have a discussion about the pros and cons of that book or several books. That'd be fun. And until next time, I'm sorry. I have to thank the Sideways Sheriff and Miss Tracy, of course.
I was like, what?
I feel like I can't not thank them. It'd be weird not to, honestly. For their support of the show. Thank you guys. Now, until next time, stay happily booked.
Bye.
Bye.